Okay. Inner spots on Gary. There's not very many. And one of them that's the best, like the one that's probably the best of them most people know. So I'll show that in a second. You can always try and drop a portal here and you can leave it and try and get out into the outer and port back in. It's less likely to be seen. I've actually gotten lucky. You can go up by the Vista too. The Vista doesn't work hardly ever. I've gotten lucky with this spot before, which you're going to be surprised this works, but right here. I missed it. It's annoying to hit it, but if you can drop off the edge there and land on that little ledge, and that ledge can only really be seen if they're coming up these stairs, otherwise they won't look. But that spot's annoying. I pretty much try to drop a portal under the ramp, and then I try and drop down and sometimes get in that spot. I'll try it one more time to see if we can show it. I could have just taken your portal, that would have made a lot more sense. So yeah, you can either drop a portal there to try and hide, and then...
There.
Yeah.
I'm on a ledge.
That's what I'm talking about, this little ledge. This little ledge, as dumb as it looks, the only time anyone's going to see it is if they come up this staircase. And a lot of these Mesmer hiding spots, especially the inner ones, rely on, think about where people go when they leave this keep. They go out the doorway underneath. Most people don't ever come up these stairs, so they don't even get seen. This spot will not last you very long though. This is sort of a hide here and try to get a commander here in the next like 3 minutes. Otherwise you're gonna get killed.
Good.
Bubbles.
You can try to hide under here. Your name shows really bad, but it's worked before. Supply depot is terrible here.
Spot where I've gotten to hide.
Which spot?
If you go over.
You talking about under?
It's on the inner though.
Oh, okay.
Over the rainbow.
I'll go into the outer in a second, but I'm going across the bridge. This is the really obvious spot. That's probably the best spot. Well, it's not really obvious, but a lot of people know it. It's probably the best spot in inner, but most people know it and check it. Is underneath.
Oh wait,
bridge.
yes, this is. Yeah. Or
yep.
If you.
There's one. You can kind of get on the other side of it too.
I've actually been able to come over here and hide, like, at this gate, because nobody comes over here.
Yep, that'll work too. You just don't go too close to the door, because then your name shows through the door. You have to hide, like, right here or something.
Yeah.
There was a different hiding spot over here before they changed the map.
Yep. This change right here screwed up a couple spots, actually. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna show a spot from Mesmer Thief teams can use, otherwise it doesn't work. So, this is a spot. Mesmer stands here. Don't follow me because it's not even worth the time, but Mesmer stands there. Thief stands down here in stealth. And it's incredibly... no one's going to notice it, but you have to have a thief to do it.
Accelerating.
And the thief can get in combat sometimes there. That's an old spot that really... like, I don't think we've ever had that one fail, actually, when we were doing that. But we haven't done it in so long, so I'm giving it away. So
I could outrun a centaur.
Okay. Outer. I actually don't know very much in Outer Gary anymore, because I used to always use the cliff spot, which is gone. This corner doesn't really work anymore. There's not enough to go around. So you're going to get seen. You can try and get up there, but I don't even think you can. You can jump up there from inner, but you might as well... Personally, I am lazy, and if I'm in an inner of a keep, I try to hide in the inner. But if you're in the inner and you know you're going to get seen, you can try and jump up to that little ledge up there. You're probably still going to get caught there. That's not a very good spot. I actually only know one. Well, there's some good spots in Watergate, but I only know one good spot on this side of the outer. Oh, here's a trick too that this helps a lot when we're defending the garrison, and even if we have a waypoint, if it's contested or something. You've probably seen us do this multiple times during the raid or whatnot. This area right here is close enough to the spawn that you can drop a portal here and get back to it. So you can drop a portal there, you waypoint up, and you go down to the southern edge of the spawn, and you can port from there. And if you want to, like when we're defending Garrison, there's sometimes where I'll just tag up and say portal coming in 30 seconds, 20 seconds or whatever. And a lot of people know where you're talking about, so they come down here on their own. And then you just drop portal there, come back down. That's an old trick too, but bears knowing if you didn't know about it already. Let's see.
Fast as the wind.
There's not really, you could try there, but anyone who comes through this gate is going to see it. This is probably the best. This side of the outer hiding spot is actually right here. Sometimes the archer will aggro on you and you'll have to kill the archer because she will not quit shooting you. And they will notice the arrows flying over here. But there's that.
User joined your
there's
channel.
a little nook over here you can try to hide into it doesn't work as well, but you can kind of trick people. I have my portals on cooldown, but what you can do is you can sit in this hiding spot. This is such a troll thing. When they catch you, you drop the portal, you swiftness, and you jump down. I'm just going to do it. I don't have my portal, but jump down here. They're all going to run to the edge and look at you, and then you pull them off, and then port back. That's work. You have no idea how many people that's worked on. But I can go ahead and just drop down actually over here. Oh. That wasn't the portal I thought it was. So I'm going to Watergate now. Watergate's got it's got better hiding spots in the outer. First spot. Right here.
Oh, nice.
This one's decently well known, so you might get caught, but it's not a very popular one.
It's also one of the old ones.
Yeah.
I think.
It is. So you got that.
Swift and
this
steady.
will actually work sometimes. It will actually work. Because people don't turn their cameras when they're running, they just run past. People will see you usually over on these little areas over here on the left. There's nowhere to hide on them. This area sometimes works too, but people are a little better about, they can see it coming down the stairs, your name usually. Oh, and also one tip I forgot to throw in here earlier is whenever if you're on a Mesmer and you're planning on hiding, I recommend getting some type of tonic that's small. Like the Quaggan tonics are really good for it and they're cheap. I use the Princess Doll tonic as style points, but it makes noise, which makes it actually counterproductive to what I try to do. I'm trying to remember the exact spot over here it is. It's one of these little ledges, I think right here. Yep, right there.
Oops.
So that's one of the spots. Some of these spots can get you killed though if you miss.
There's the same spot on the other side.
Yep. I think the other side, it's kind of a toss-up. You can get seen from the stairs here, you can see from outside over there. Actually, you probably can't. That other side's probably a little better. Another Mesmer Thief hiding spot that actually worked a lot is here, and the thief is down there on one of the spikes. That's another one of those, they will not see it unless they just happen to look the wrong way. And if the thief still has to be careful not to get in combat when they're blasting the stealth things.
Swift and steady.
I think that's everything on Gary. Unless I've missed something. Oh, and the fun thing of if you're at Watergate, you can always do this. If they know you came in Watergate, they're going to sweep Watergate. You can jump over. But is there anything else anyone knows for Gary that I've forgotten? Because I'm sure I've forgotten something.
Did you go to that little spot in the west side, inner? Underneath
the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a spot that's one of the most popular inner spots, but the problem is that a lot of people know that one is the problem. But yeah. That's one of the things, some of the best spots in these keeps are actually not as good anymore because a lot of people have picked up on them. But let's see, we'll go hills next. Okay, this spot's gonna make a bunch of you amazed that it's ever worked. But this is the one whenever I tell you all that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm hidden in hills after they capped it in inner. So this is all you do. If there's not anyone defending or there's not enough and they're not defending the top,
I'm fast
they come
as the
in,
wind.
you watch them come in, and you stand right about here because it gets blocked from the door. Drop your portal, stealth and whatnot, run through here. I'm just gonna mass invis just because. Go out this gate pretty much, and then you drop down, and this is where I usually do it to hide, as I drop down over here. This spot will get you caught if you try to hide in it, usually in the outer, but it works for while they're taking the keep. Wait for the timer to go down, and usually once you wait for them to cap it if you can, and once they cap it, you give it a few seconds, and they're gonna start running out of the Lord's room. Port back up, and then you're in the inner.
Yeah, I am Lord.
Yep. How long does portal last? So portal lasts 60 seconds. From once you put it down, you have 60 seconds to put the second one down. Usually I time it by... It doesn't work all the time, but the timer on the top of your screen for the PPT, that's the best timer to use, because it will... you just look at it and it was 9:40, so you have till 8:40 to drop your second one. I always drop it I would drop it at 8:50 just to make sure I had time. If that timer is resetting, you can always look at one of your cooldown timers. So like you decoy, that's 30 seconds, 32 seconds or something. Yeah, 32. So once you get to 30, you'll know you have like 30 seconds left. Oh, one thing to know when you're in this inner too. This bridge is infuriating, because watch, I'm gonna blink. Oh, it worked. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Yeah, I've had that happen before.
Yeah, you can't trust that bridge very well. Underneath here is
Happens
a
in
hiding spot.
a lot of towers too.
This spot used to work. It doesn't work very well anymore. Most people know about it.
Swift and steady.
I think it's over here is the better one. I think you can drop a little bit further. I'm trying to remember where it is. I usually just stick to this one, but you can risk it and try to go where,
right here.
Yeah, where Kinky is too. So right down here, and then you tonic. Your name will get hidden from the inside. You'll only get seen if they come over here, which most people don't come over here. To get back up, you just have to jump there and then go around. Or I think you can jump here. No, you have to go around. Go around and then jump up. But that's one of those spots it's very easy to mess up and you're in the outer of the keep then. There's another one on the other side, but it's not as good because people will look at it more. Outer, there's the Vista spot. The Vista spot almost never works anymore unless they're full K-train. So that's just up there by the Vista in that back corner. I'm not going to go over there, but...
Back here? Yep.
Yep, back here.
Yep.
This spot worked. If you port people in from here, and this one's really nice too, because you can drop directly down to port people in. Just make sure you pause before you fall the second time, or have your fall trade on. I recommend not porting people right here though, because they get disoriented and they fall off and they blame you. So port them like over here. There's a really last ditch spot I just thought about that's over here that I've had work once. But the guards like to aggro on it. Usually I don't think this guard's this close, it's just because the keep's upgraded, but it's this little back corner. You can get seen if anyone walks to the inner gate though.
Tonic works here, very good.
Yeah, tonic works. The thing is, half of the challenge is hiding your character, the other half is hiding
your name.
Yeah. Your name is the bigger problem. Oh, repel. We'll get to defend the keep in a second, I guess, from like 2 people.
Accelerating.
Luckily, we're going to the south gate already. Let's see, there's nothing on north. Nope. So there's 3 more outer spots, really. There's a couple little places you can try and joke around in the bottom, but... no joking. See if there's something on that south gate. I'm going towards a hiding spot anyways, but...
Nope.
Okay, someone
I
just
could
tapped
outrun
in.
a centaur.
This spot's an old spot that I've realized people aren't using as much anymore, so it might work better now. It's down in this corner. And all these spots, by the way, whenever you get to them, you have the tonic, you use them. I'm just being lazy and not. You go around here and jump back in here to get back into the keep. I can go this spot. This spot, this is one of the ones where you can aggro that archer, one that I just went past.
Oh
here.
yeah,
So you'll have to
pisses me
kill her
off.
sometimes when you do it, because otherwise she'll just keep shooting. She'll just keep shooting at you and not hitting you, and they'll know.
Yeah, that's
something's
given me away before.
This spot here, it's become more popular, so a lot of people are checking it now. It used to be no one would check this, but once they once you're safe when they first do their first sweep, if you go out and you hide over in this area, it works too. Old spot, really, this is one of like the first spots that I know of in this keep that is really frustrating to get out of.
Yeah, down here.
Is this thing. You have to have swiftness to get out of it, and you can't be in combat. But if they try to kill you, you can usually pull them off.
User joined your
So you have to
channel.
jump like that. It's a really... I hate that spot. I don't use it.
Armor
Just
enhanced.
showing it.
I hate jumping.
Yeah, well, some of these spots require it, but not many of them.
User disconnected from your channel.
Good thing to know about blink too. When you're running, say you got caught up there where we were, and they're chasing you, you're trying to get away.
Thank you.
Run this way, get to about right here, mass invis, stealth, whatever you have. Now look to your right, and blink up to the top of that. I messed it up. You can, if you do it in the right spot, you blink up there. You have to do it like right on the corner of it. I missed it, but go ahead and try it if you can. It's just that top area where Kinky is. Yeah, that's one that actually I didn't know about until I
I could
watched
outrun a centaur.
the video someone posted on the SOS forums. There it is. But yeah, a lot of these, if you stealth there, and then you can juke them really bad because you stealthed and you're up here now. I have no idea how you got up here.
Accelerating.
I think that's all for hills. There's this little nook that's not gonna work, probably. And there's this little nook that you get stuck in and almost die when you fall out of it. But also your name shows, so it's probably not gonna work either. Actually, you don't take that much damage. Anyone know anything else in hills? Okay, let's go Bay then. Bay is contested. Someone's a jerk and tapped everything.
And Gary's contested, so we can't get there. either.
Gary's open now.
Alright.
Oh, is it?
Go to Gary and we'll start running there.
Just open.
Oh, just open. Thank you.
Everyone run there with your very, very fast Mesmers.
Very fast.
Oh yeah, by the doors. And also a spot that works on a couple of the keeps is, I'll show one in Bay that's like it, but the opposite door from, you know how there's some of them you go like in a little enclosure to get to the portal? If you go in the wrong
I've done
one,
that, I was gonna say.
yeah, not the portal one, the opposite one. That works
feels
really well in
better.
EBG, by the way, for some reason. Because I don't know very many spots in EBG, so that's how I always get away with it in keeps. This uncontested yet? Yeah, it didn't recontest. Cool.
Bay is my favorite.
Bay's got a lot, just because of the water, and there's a...
Yeah.
A centaur.
So this is one of the ones I was talking about. I'll give it a second for everyone to get here. So everyone goes, most people who know World v World, this is one of those that you get caught by people who don't know World v World very well. You go in here, you don't go all the way to the wall, because when you go here, your name shows through again. But you go about right here. You can still get caught if someone looks in here, but you've got a little bit of hiding thing. It keeps your name hidden. It's more of your character model's not hidden on this one. There are a lot of good perma-stealth in Guardians. Yep, that's right. A lot of good spots for that. Plateau, there's one spot that doesn't work super well because your name shows really bad.
There's the power.
But if
Yeah,
no
you
one
have to
sweeps
like
plateau,
go to sleep.
yeah, you can like go into a tonic and go to sleep.
There's one right here.
Yeah, there's this spot, and then there's one Medusa's at. I went past it. I like the other one more personally, but it doesn't. They're both. You get caught really easily in those spots.
The cliff there is not high enough, so your name shows
Yeah.
very barely.
Accelerate.
This very, very rarely ever works because anyone coming out of the water will see you. It's a temporary
Getting
spot if they're
healthy.
on the plateau and you're trying to get to it. I'll just go around outside the water first. There's a ton of junk in the water. Most of them not great, but a lot of them
Fast
known.
as the wind.
Do, 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 do. This sort of work. Name shows pretty bad from the gate.
What I
While
found
we're-
over here is the archers are more of a problem.
Yeah, archers always aggro on you too. So this is another one of those I didn't know that's really helpful. This is another if you're running away from people. As long as you're not standing on these things, make sure you're not standing on these. Blink on the cliff. So you stealth again there, and you can blink up this cliff, and you can blink up the other one across from you.
Swift and steady.
This stupid tree that for some reason works. You can try on the supply depot roof, it doesn't work as well, but there is a spot you can like put your body inside the tree basically. Right here, and then you go into a tonic. And then you're completely, like, there's a spot you can get where you're completely inside the tree. Your name will still show, but the name's mostly hidden by the branches. This is one of those that a lot of people don't even know to check, so you can get away with it.
Accelerating.
The cliff spot over here used to be good before names showed as well as they do. Now it's bad because anyone that's in or anywhere can see you. But if for some reason you want to go to it,
Fast as the wind.
I've missed. You gotta make that jump. I'm not going back up for it because it's a terrible spot. Okay, but now we can do water. So first is my favorite spot in the water. This spot actually, this is what I usually would go to if I'm an outer and I had the choice.
Yeah.
People will go over here and they'll try and check the gates, and people will try to glitch through the gates, which I do not approve of, and I'm not going to ever let anyone do it that I know. This spot. This one's a little bit, it's checked some now.
I actually like going down in the sewer grates because even if you're killed, people can res you from outside.
See, I just said that, and if you
Yeah,
ever
that's
do
a
that when I'm
glitch,
raiding,
though.
I'm going to murder you, Medusa.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Damn,
when I
oh.
do that.
That's the glitch part of it.
Yeah, that was the glitch part.
That you can rest through Watergate.
If you try, you can try to hide like in this grates too, and let me think. I have a tonic that works in the water. That's not the jellyfish. Where is it? I know I have a quaggin.
Baby Quaggin works.
Yeah, I know. I have a regular quaggin. Something that
I didn't
makes
think
you
it was a glitch. I just thought that it was meant to be that
No,
way
it's a
because
glitch. They
it's
just never fixed
so
it.
thin.
No. Although it's not as big a deal anymore because the 5-minute timer is on respawn. You can try and do this. It hides your name, but you're pretty visible if anyone looks in here. Now I'm going to turn into this while I'm moving around. Because, why not?
This rose has thorns.
Which I'm immediately going to come out of it to show something, though. One nice thing is if you get caught in the water here, you can do some really bad, like, people will notice you, you stealth, you go down here, drop a random portal in, like, a corner. This corner is better than where I did it. You can just keep swimming around, letting them chasing you. And make sure you go up so they're not near the bottom. Keep letting them chase you around. And then all of a sudden you'll just stealth and you go down and juke them again by porting back. They don't see the portal. I'm not going to take it back. I'm going to stay over here. But that's a good way to get people off of you when you're in here. If people are chasing you in the water, you can kind of cut across the land here if you stealth at the right times, like not when I did. You stealth, come up here, blink,
Swift and
jump ahead. You can try to hide up here. It works sometimes. Not as much, but it works. It's been a lot of these spots have been known to work at one point or another. Okay, now where is the water spot over here? I'm trying to remember. It's on this cliff somewhere. Oh, right here. This spot's decent. Your name shows a little bit, but they have to be at the right angle.
Oh, that's a good one. I've never seen this one.
Yeah, this one, a lot of people don't know this one in the water. So a lot of people go around and they try and check the cliff spot that's down here. This spot used to be good. People know about it now.
Yeah.
Just these little cliffs.
I've had so many people swim past me right here. It is hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know how, people still miss it, but if you have a thief, again, this is another one of those thief spots. This one's like a foolproof outer one, because you cannot see it. The big thing if you have a thief with you is you have to hide the smoke clouds, because they can see the red circle and they can see the smoke that comes up. Where is it? It's right here. This is the stealth spot in the outer if you have a thief. Because you stand up and the stealth field's hidden underwater. Yeah. But that's if you have a thief, Mesmer thief team. And if anyone starts doing that, let me know because I will be very proud of you. It's been a long time since I've done that.
User joined your channel.
This spot sometimes works, not too often. Over in this corner somewhere. It gives you the option of jumping in the water to get away from people. I think that's all the outers. There's a few other little nooks and crannies in the water, but it's just the water is a lot of places you can just try and sneak around.
I'm fast as the wind.
So now you're gonna love my inner spot here. You're gonna be amazed that it ever works, because it really shouldn't. If you have a thief, you can try and stealth from the outside of Lord's room and hide in the back.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Yep. It's Mesmer stands inside, thief stands in the outer, and it's this wall right around here. That's that door over here is easier for him. You stand near this door, thief's actually stealth in on the other side of the door, outside. That one's worked a lot of times too. But if the thief gets noticed, then you have to make a pretty good dash to try and get him in and keep him alive.
Or you can just both stealth back here in the corner.
You can do that too, yeah. So, this is the spot I use when this keep gets taken or to hide in it, or right here. What you do is right when the keep's about to fall, you drop a portal in this corner, which you can barely see the portal if you're not looking directly, you don't come over there for it. Run out, and make sure you've noticed what time again, because this is one of the ones you need as much time as possible. Jump down, go and hide in one of the old water spots, because people won't be able to sweep by the time that you're ported back in. Just right here it'll work. So I did it at 7:07, so I would port back in at like 6:15ish. So let's just, I'm not waiting that long. Let's just imagine it's gotten back to 6:15. You mass invis. Drop the portal before you mass invis like that. You port back in and just turn it into your tonic. And this is one of those that it shouldn't work because you'd think people would come over here to leave. But just think, when you're leaving this keep, how do you leave?
Through the front.
You leave through the front, or you run up on the stairs and you run over the wall. You never go to that portal. If you get noticed, or like there's been a couple times I've killed people there that have tried to kill me, and I've just swapped sides over here, and they've been dumbfounded by it and never noticed. This side works, but not as well. You can hide over here or just in front of the door. Does not work as well as the other side.
Swift and steady.
One other inner spot that I personally don't like, but it is viable. I just like that other one too much. It's stupid walls and not blinking. This spot. This spot people will look for, but what you can do is you can get here and get your camera turned around as much as possible. The second you see a red name, you drop your portal and jump out in the water. Hope they don't see the portal and go after you in the water, or hopefully they don't see you at all. And then port back in once, as usual, wait like 50-ish seconds if you can and port back in. Let's see. Is there any other base spots I missed? I think I covered them all. While we're here, I have to do a nominal thing. Does anyone know, besides the people from GH that are in here, do you know who Calx is?
Paul.
I've heard the name.
So Calx is a commander that we were on eBay for a long time. We had to fight him a lot. He was originally on BP. He ended up on Mag for a while and all sorts of random crap. He's annoying. This is the SS Calx.
Protected.
So if you're ever in this keep and you just want to troll people, build trebs and rams on this.
Oh yeah, we've done that.
They'll never get you off of it. But that just had to be mentioned because I noticed it.
This is also the spot where Red October started.
Where what?
Red October started.
Oh yeah. That is where Red October was. Oh, I miss him. While if you're hiding, if you're running away from people, by the way, this is another one of those things that just like people always think. If they're chasing you from the water and they're chasing you up these stairs, running up the stairs, just blink and jump off in the water, and most people will keep running up the stairs. Oh, I completely forgot to show you how to port from enter. That's important. So there's two ways to port from inner. There's the north gate and the south gate from the inner to, like, it's the south one's more obvious. The south one you can port directly from this edge right here. Yep, where I think Frit's already doing it. This spot to the Kata spot out there. And it reaches pretty well. You have plenty of time to do it as long as you don't get really slowed down. I don't know why I left my portal, because I'm going to have to show the other one in a second. But this one gives you a good bit of leeway. You can actually go a decent bit back. I always make sure and go right there. I think you can go all the way out to like here though and get away with it. Yeah. The other spot is one that's not as noticeable because it does not look like it should be in range, and it very barely is. I think you can do it from both of these parapets, but I usually try and do this one. You can do it either from here, or actually I think you need to do it from this one. I recommend this one. I think the other one's... I think they both reach actually, but this one's a lot closer. So someone drop a portal here. Mine's on cooldown. Alright, so then you go from there.
I'm fast as the wind.
Usual stealth junk as you go. I'm just throwing them out.
Protected.
Random tip if you didn't know this. This applies for every character, but as a Mesmer it's more important. If you don't have swiftness and you dodge, you move faster. So use that when you're running. You have to get right in this corner on this one. It barely is in range, but you can port from here. I think that's everything. Now that's everything in Bay.
Swift and steady.
So now the quick ones are the towers. There's only 1 or 2 spots in each tower that really work. I'll just start at southwest since we're over here. I said this earlier, but there's probably some people that joined since then. If you're wondering build-wise, I don't go full into, I don't change my build completely for every time you hide.
I could outrun
you
a
can.
centaur.
If you have armor for it, you can really be like really survivable, so they can't even kill you. The utilities you want on your bar, I run Blink, Portal, Decoy, and Mass Invis. Traits that are useful are
You'll have to hit much harder.
the Falling trait and Chaos. Descent into Madness, it's the first tier, number 2. First tier in Inspiration, number 2, Glamour Mastery. Reduces cooldown on your portals. And the first one in Dueling, number 1, gives you more range on your Blink. If you're running a Torch, you can try and get the Torch one too to get reduced cooldown on that. I literally have a Torch just for when I hide. It doesn't even have a sigil in it because I don't use it. Okay, first spot in here, right here. You drop a portal here when they're trying to cap it. You run out, hide somewhere to the west side, or really anywhere, but west side's where I'm just going. Actually, the better spot's not the west side. I don't know why I'm going that way. You come out, stealth.
Protected.
Under the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was going the west side. And then you just port back in. The guards won't aggro here. People usually don't see you. Some people know about that one and check it, but not as many people as know about the next spot. I have a slight twist on it though. This one most people should be familiar with. And that is, of course, down here. So the whole idea of down here is you can either go over in this corner and try to get away with it. People will check the spot. Most people will, unless they're really karma training. What I do to make it a little different in this spot is here. If I can jump on that thing. Is it doing the thing where it's not letting us jump on it now?
Swift and steady.
Okay, well, for some reason it's... Usually you can jump on this. I don't know why it's not letting us right now. You jump on that, and you go around that... I'll show you from the other side. This is how you get back out. It's done this sometimes. I don't know why it does this. When it does like this spot works terribly. And every once in a while, this tower will act like this, where you can't jump. Usually you can jump up on this thing, and then you jump on that little... that thing.
Lip up there, yeah.
The spot I try to hide, I'll show from the inside, is the same kind of idea except for the opposite side of the ramp. I still remember the first time that happened. We thought they'd nerfed the spot, and then the next week it went back to being regular. I don't know why it does that. But the other spot, which you can actually get from this side, is this. You have to be careful on that jump, though. And this is one of those that they will not... Most people don't know to check it, and the guard shouldn't aggro. And to get back in, you can do this. That's a way to get around that. You don't even have to actually jump on it if you can get it that way. But yeah, that's all this tower.
Leary, do you know about this spot that I'm hiding in right now?
Which one? Oh, the spot where you can't get back in?
No, you can get back in.
Get back in then. Oh yeah, you can get back in there. You missed it, but yeah.
Yeah, I missed the jump, but yeah, what you do is you leave a portal next to the thing and then you just run over there.
Yeah. Actually,
it's risky though, because that's in the cata spot. Like, you're right next to the cata spot, so you can get seen, but...
I've seen that one before. I completely forgot about it just because it is so open to so much area. They won't see you in the tower, but people running around... Since the Bloodlust change, you're much more likely to get seen by that one.
Yeah.
Now, southeast. This tower has a couple spots, actually. Well done, Self. Oh, the tower's glitched. So, This is the less obvious spot that most people don't use. It's here.
Fucker right in the pussy!
Yep. This spot is...
You can do that too.
You can usually get away with it, but... yeah. Most people don't know to check it. It's going to be someone's going to stumble on you there.
Oh, this tower is getting attacked.
Is it? How many people?
Yeah. Looks like about 8.
Okay, come down here and stack up on me, because I wanted to do this since I knew we were going to do all Mesmers.
Refreshing.
So I'm going to portal bomb them just because it's fun. So here's a portal. One sec. Mass invising. Here's a portal, go for it. Sadly, that's not an organized group, so they're not really a big group for me to drop that on. Careful of Siege Razor, but just murder these poor IOJ guys who interrupted what we were doing. They must think this is so many people.
Return to dust, my friend. Need help here.
Push them back a bit to their spawn. I don't feel like spawn camping them though.
Refreshing. I feel energized.
Why are you running towards me? Okay.
We had one guy actually try to run right around Siege Razor the whole time we were fighting.
Go ahead and spike Siege Razor and get rid of him. The best thing was one time when we did one of these Mesmer nights, we had someone as one of the toy golems and we were porting him around as like the simulated golem port chain. And we ended up like not even meaning to, we ported like, this was before the portal cap too. We ported like 30 of us on top of one guy. We got a forum post for that one actually. That was fun.
I still remember the portal bomb with the golems.
Well, it wasn't even, it was just a toy golem, but that was what we
They're
were
coming back.
Around. Why? Weirdos. Just finish killing Siege Razor and we'll push them all the way to their spawn and then go back to the weirdo. Quick, everyone use your mass invises. They're already running.
Stand your ground.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in the tower now. By the way, if you have a group like this ever, I'm pretty sure mass invis will stack multiple times on top of each other. I haven't actually tried it, but we can try it later, because I'm curious how much it'll stack to. So that spot down to our right was the one, and that spot's not very well known, but it's checked. The other spot is over here. On this back side, the tree hides you some from the outer. People, it's more, you more hide here when they're capping, and then you go, you more hide here anyways, actually. And then once they cap, they'll leave the tower, you go down here so you don't get seen from the outside. To get back over, you have to actually jump here. And then jump there and get up. That's a decently known spot too, but a lot of people don't sweep towers. The other one is here. Not up there, because that's visible. Down here in the bush. And actually that one's one of the ones where I will... A lot of these spots in the towers, especially because people are not... They'll look really quickly to see if there's red names and they won't sweep very well. This spot is where you can drop a portal and then get out of the tower and port back in, and a lot of people won't notice. But here, usually I go... And right over here, usually to port back in. And just hide in this little corner until it's time to go back in. By the way, a nice little thing to know is you can you can drop your portal while you're channeling something, so you can start channeling Mass Invis and then drop your portal. Just gives you that little bit of extra stealth when you get back in there.
I'm fast as the wind.
Let's port the garrison, because we'll go look at the North Tower. You're confusing me. You made me think I missed something. Now you're making me want to go back there to see, but that's really far away.
Yes.
So far away.
Yep. This spot should not work, and it does. You drop a portal here, and then you drop down and hide. That's
glitchy waypoints.
This tower actually has a lot you can get away with, but people have gotten a little better about checking. This spot used to work all the time. People know about it now. You go here, turn into a tonic. Once you're ready to port people in, make this jump.
I'm fast as the wind.
And also this whole area over here you can fall down to from Lord's Room, and you can get away with hiding down here sometimes too. But I think that's really it on this tower. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. I think that's all on this one. You can always try here, but you'll get seen if they come in the gate. That's another one of those to drop a portal and leave it. Yeah, I think that's all on this tower. Unless someone else knows something here.
Swift and steady.
Okay, this tower. First spot that works so long as there's not a bunch of up levels or people getting map completion.
The Vista top.
What?
Vista.
Nope. Yep, Vista.
Not all the way to the Vista, but right here. If you go all the way to the Vista, they'll see you from down below. And also you can leave a portal here like a lot of places. Stealth on the way down through here, I'm just not right now. And also this is the other spot I try to hide is here, which you can get away with some. But either way, you drop the portal here if you try to hide here. And you go here. Then
User
you find
joined
a
your
little hole you
channel.
can jump in, and then you hide inside of here until you're ready to port back. This is another one of those, if you have a thief, you stand on that ledge over there and he hides in the cave. But most people, the thing is, the nice thing about towers, a lot of the tower spots are not really that good, but most people don't bother to sweep towers either. They'll sweep a keep, but they won't usually sweep the towers.
Swift and
That's
steady.
really it, because this tower is, besides that, it's really open in this tower. So let's see, what's some other tricks that... There's several random blink spots when you're running around. Oh, I can show you the one at Southwest Camp, because Southwest Camp always ends up getting fortified by people and sieged up. There's been a couple times we've had to break that by just trying to port, because you know if you go up on the plateau, they're going to go up there and just wait for you to jump down and bomb you. I'm going towards, I ported a bay, by the way. This is just a nice little blink trick, and then I'll make sure everyone knows the way to know how far you can portal. So let's say that camp's, you know, sieged up with all sorts of random junk, and they're all sitting there inside the gate waiting for you guys to come in. I'll wait for a second for everyone to catch up. But this camp is one of the bad ones about that. A lot of people set up trebs in the back and they'll just camp the crap out of it and try to farm you when you try to get in there. So, sneaky way to get in is you have your stack here where they can't see the portal. You go a little bit behind them so it's a little bit harder to see them. Leave a portal here. You can just run in like this and you stealth as you're going. Preferably you have a thief to stealth you while you're doing this. Get right inside the door, turn around, and blink on top of the hut thing here. You can do it from the inside. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can do it from the outside. And then you're up here and you can drop the port. And you have everyone now on the high ground above them camping the door.
Oh, baby, it's triple!
Yep.
How do you get the port up there? When I blink up there, or try to, where do you aim to blink up there?
So when you do it's the same as most of the ledges. You have to do it, this one is a little finicky. And you'll see me mess it up sometimes too. To blink, you blink right on the edge of it. So you put the center of your cursor like right on the edge of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, it's all these blink spots you sometimes will mess up. And if you mess up when they're fortified like that, you're dead.
Yep.
But, you know, things happen. Normally when you get sent in, it doesn't happen as much. Portal bombs have fallen out of favor a lot, but used to, when you got sent in for a portal bomb, you're probably going to die. Not always, but even if you drop the portal, you might end up dying. So this is as good a spot as any to show. This is one way that you'll have to. I can't really show as much as if you're watching. If someone's watching the video, they can see it. But this one relies on your mini map, and the treb is in a very annoying spot on the mini map where I can't move it. There it is. So the mini map, if you have it fully maximized one way or another, your portal length, like the amount you can go till your portal will not like, you know, if you go too far, it just won't work. So the range of your portal is from the middle of your mini-map until right about the edge of your mini-map. So let's say I usually toggle rotation on when I'm doing this, but what I will do is I'll put a waypoint marker either on the edge of it or where I am, usually on where I am, drop the portal, and then I just run where I'm trying to port. And this usually comes up in when you're golem porting, is when this is really important. There's a tree there. Run with your camera turned one way so you can see where your waypoint is. Right when your waypoint's on the edge of your map, you can go a little bit farther, but just to be safe, you go right on the edge, and that's portal range.
I feel strong.
I think that's really it. Yeah, that's it. If anyone wants to talk builds or anything, I'm up for that. But I didn't even know how long all the hiding spots would take.
I was gonna say too, an alternate on your portal length.
Mm-hmm.
If you're running with speed, you can do a 12 1000 count, so 1001, 1002. If you're not running with speed, you can do a 10 count basically. And I've never missed doing either one of those.
Yeah, we used to have it before we found out the mini-map trick. I think, let me see, it was like certain, where was it? I'm trying to remember what cooldown it is on the focus when you have it. It's right around the 9 second, 8 second mark. Right around 9 seconds when your cooldown's 9 seconds on your curtain. But that is a little more guesswork. But yeah, if you just count to 12-ish. In fact, let me just look. Yeah, because the cooldown's 20 seconds, so that'd be, 12 seconds.
And whoever missed that port, I don't think they accounted for terrain, because that was a little far on the terrain.
Yeah.
I was testing a timing tool.
One thing that's fun about portals that I haven't fully tested is their vertical. I don't know if their vertical distance, like if you go in their vertical distance is weird.
I think it cuts it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you dropping down here, you might have to cut a second off your time.
Yeah.
But that distance you went on your minimap, that was a 10 count.
Yep. Let's see.
And I can't remember, does the trait that gives you longer distance on your blink, does that also give you a longer distance on your port? Does it affect that?
No. The trait portal is glamour and the blink's manipulation.
There's the
So it gives you longer on your manipulations, but not the portals. The only thing that really affects portals are the glamour traits.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And your mass invis, I believe, right?
No, it doesn't affect mass invis actually. You know, you said that.
Oh, look.
Here comes the random IOJ guys.
Yay.
We're
Time
doing
to
stuff.
do some real
Yeah,
damage.
everyone mass invis.
We're backing up. We're backing up.
I need cover.
Pulling.
Where are you guys at?
They'll have to hit
But the
much
build I
harder.
usually use just for all around Mesmer, it's not hiding spots, but I use a basic Phantasmish build because I focus on being backline. Usually running the traits. I'll talk about traits in a second. The utilities, I have Veil. If I'm running power, I run Blink because I don't have the staff blink. So Veil, Blink, Null Field, and Time Warp usually for big group fights. I'm gonna go down because I just blinked into a ranger's junk. Now we're rallied.
I'm fading fast.
I'll look at the traits in a second when I'm not in the middle of this.
Hurts, doesn't it?
I have to give them props. They tried to fight us.
Getting healthy.
This
Okay,
loss is only temporary.
The build I use, which is this build works honestly in PvE too, because I'm lazy and don't switch it. But I'll just type it so I don't have to try and get confused on the zeros and everything. That's what I usually use when I'm just using backline World v World. If you want to run more periphery, and if you want to run more periphery, you want to run Shatter, but then you probably gonna have to give up Null Field and Veil, at least Null Field.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Was it one of you who wished me what for, or was that just a person on the map?
I don't know. Null Field's a good thing to run, especially in the Zerg.
Yeah, Null Field's awesome in Zerg.
That's why I don't like
phenomenal in
Shatter.
Zerg.
Because with Shatter, I feel like one, your clones are going to die really fast. Your Phantasms do too, but at least they do a little spike of damage. If you want to run effective Shatter, you need some trait. You'll need to probably have Blink and Decoy. So you have to give up Veil or Null Field. And if there's multiple Mesmers, you can do it. But if you're the only Mesmer, you want Veil, and you really want Null Field too.
Did you show him the trick with running staff on applying double Chaos Armor to yourself, or getting double out of your Chaos Armor?
Which one Which one do you mean there?
So I don't know if you're running staff. If you got staff, get out your staff.
Yeah.
And drop your right, and then you phase retreat out of this.
Yeah.
And that gives you Chaos Armor, and then as soon as it wears off, you can hit your regular Chaos Armor, so you get a double Chaos Armor, basically.
And
I'll run in frontline with the rest of the Zerg, drop that, and phase right out of it, and then just let him hit me.
Yep.
Because it's just dumping conditions on him.
There used to be a fun build that revolved around, before they nerfed the confusion on blind. There was actually a Chaos Armor build where you could just run into Zergs and let them hit you, and they'd all confuse themselves and kill themselves. You threw that on top of Glamour, and it was just gross. But yeah, if you're running staff, you can get away any build. Like I usually run Greatsword with the one I was doing, Greatsword, and I like focus too much for pulls. If you're running staff, you can try to fit an extra utility slot in for Blink, because you have a mini Blink on your number 2 that gets you a little bit out of things. But that's all personal.
And I'll say, when I run on my Mesmer, if I'm out trying to catch up to a Zerg or running solo, I always stay in staff, because if I see a thief coming at me, I wait for them to invis, and I count like 1 or 2 when I know they're about to backstab me. Do that, drop the Chaos Field, phase retreat out of it, and let them hit you. And yeah, it ruins their whole day.
Oh, and I'll just say the traits, the actual traits I use. I'm just gonna put it all on team. I don't care. I'm just gonna put the numbers. I'm not gonna do X's and I's and all that junk.
You know, let me take a look at that build. I'm running a full PU build right now, but I'm just not happy with it. I'm not doing any damage in his Zerg. It just kind of have to hit the side targets.
So 3 and 10 in domination, 2 in dueling, 2 and 8 in inspiration, and 3 in illusions. And it's a power build, so it's mostly you do a lot off of your crits and everything. I'm trying to mess around with the build now, and I've been messing with it this week, but I haven't gotten too much into it. I've started messing with an AoE interrupt build that I don't know how well it's gonna work. Do what?
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 Are you MLG right now?
I'm always MLG.
Thanks.
But I'm gonna have to look at the... I actually don't remember what it is right now. I can tinker with it. The thing about the AoE interrupts, and it's really a work in progress, I might post things on it later, is it's got 6 points in chaos for chaotic interruption. And the fun of that is you catch the backline players in the big fights, and you pull them near your front line or just stun them when they're trying to get away from your front line. If it interrupts them, it will immobilize them and also either chill, blind, or cripple them. So 2 of the 3 are going to slow them down and get them caught even more than the immobilize already did. Problem is it gets countered very hard by stability, and it gets countered by Condi Clear, which stability and Condi Clear are all over the place. So it doesn't work on front line, it works on back line if you catch them with it. I'm trying a Condi version right now that I'm not very convinced by because it also has glamour in it, and glamour's been nerfed into the ground.
This rose
But
has thorns,
I have a power version in mind too that I'm gonna have to test out. I might actually run Greatsword Staff on something finally.
Yeah.
Anyone
I hated giving up my Greatsword.
That's what I run when I do the glamour run, is Greatsword Staff.
Yeah. I like focus so much though. I hate giving up focus.
No, pulling people off of the walls it's so much fun.
I made a video of that.
You did. I remember it actually. I think you've posted it before.
Accelerating.
That northwest tower is fun for that. You just hide in that little area underneath it. People just keep coming.
Taco Bell Tower?
What? Yeah.
Because
sure.
Taco Bell Tower is the best one. But I think that's southeast.
Okay, so yeah, the massive vises don't stack, but you can just reapply them right at the end. Yeah, anyone else have any fun build things I want to share? I have a Condi Shatter build that I've been working on that works solo, but I don't roam enough to ever test it.
Yeah, that's what I'm putting together. I'm putting together a roaming build with dire armor and everything. Yep. So
Launcher builds are fun.
Since they buffed Maim the Disillusioned and Illusions to where it's 2 Torment on every Shatter, I really wanted to do it.
Yep.
Plus Scepter's auto attack's not completely useless anymore. Just mostly useless.
It's still pretty useless.
Yeah. Just mostly. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to cover. If anyone ever wants to theorycraft random stuff on Mesmers, you whisper me and you'll end up talking to me for like an hour probably.
Yeah, that's what I need to build. That I didn't want to give up my greatsword, so I want a greatsword.
Armor enhanced.
Something with a focus, and I don't know what I want for my main
Greatsword Staff, dude.
Yeah, but like you said, I'm with him on the focus. It's so hard to give that up.
Pain for pain.
Yeah, that build that I linked that I usually run, I run Greatsword Sword Focus. And the sword's basically there for the invuln and the catch backline. Oh, and as a
I
Mesmer,
love sword focus.
As a Mesmer in the big fights, what you're usually going to be doing is you're going to start off with the main group, and when they stack up. So let's say this is the main group and we're charging that hill over there to the west of us. They'll empower and everything. They'll start running in, they'll call for the veil. You drop the veil, they keep running straight, you peel off left or right a little bit, let them hit each other, and then you tab target or you target a backline. Preferably, I aim for Ellie's or Necros, usually Ellie's just because they shatter ridiculously half the time. Find an Ellie, summon a Phantasmal Berserker on them. If you can catch one that's off on its own a little bit, you can drop the Warden if you're running focus. Number 3 in on the sword, and then number 2 them. And really, you become kind of a periphery person, and then whenever your null field's off cooldown, you drop that on the group. And when a big thing's happening, Time Warp, obviously. And Time Warp I kind of look at as... So with Frontline, there's a fun thing about Frontline of once you get to a certain mass of them, they can kind of just run over anything, especially with Necro Wells on them. I think of Time Warp as it adds 2.5 people to your front line for a little bit if you catch it in the right spot. It's not necessarily that, but it kind of is like that.
Just saw some guy go up to the cata spot.
Yeah, let's go kill whatever they're trying to build. Mass Invis is useful, but once you get over 20 people, it doesn't hit them all, so... Or 10 people, actually, I think. It used to be 20, I thought. I don't remember anymore.
I thought it was 5. It only hit 5.
It's more than 5.
It is more than 5?
It's more than 5.
It's 10.
It says 10 on the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't remember how many it was. But yeah, once you get... It's kind of like Shadow Refuge. When you get more than 5 people, Shadow Refuge just doesn't work. But when you get more than 10, Mass Invis doesn't really work.
Didn't Shadow Refuge used to be like 8 or something, then they nerfed it back?
I'm pretty sure Mass Invis used to be 15 or 22 until they changed the tooltip. But I don't remember, it was so long ago now.